The story begins with a man who lives a life that feels completely ordinary. Every day is the same. No excitement, no real purpose. Just a routine that never changes. Like many people, he sometimes wonders what it would be like to leave everything behind, to start over somewhere new. But unlike most people, he actually gets that chance. Without warning, his world suddenly fades away. There is no explanation, no transition. One moment, he is living his normal life, and the next, he wakes up somewhere completely different. When he opens his eyes, he finds himself surrounded by a vast and unfamiliar landscape. The air feels different. The environment is quiet, almost too quiet. It doesn't take long for him to realize the truth. This is not his world anymore. He has been transported to another world, a fantasy world. At first, confusion takes over. He tries to understand what happened, but there are no answers. Then suddenly, something appears in front of him, a floating interface. It looks like something out of a game showing information, stats, and abilities. And right there, one thing stands out. A special skill. At first, he doesn't fully understand what it means, but as he focuses on it, the realization hits him. He has been given power. Not just a small advantage, but something far beyond normal. Curious, he decides to test it, and the result is immediate. The skill works in ways that shouldn't be possible. Situations that would normally require effort now feel effortless. It's as if the world itself is bending around him. That's the moment everything changes. The confusion begins to fade, and in its place, a new feeling appears. Opportunity. For the first time in his life, he is not just another ordinary person. In T's world, he has control. As he begins exploring further, he soon discovers that he is not alone. This world is alive! Before long, he encounters someone, a girl who clearly belongs to this world. Her appearance, her presence, everything about her confirms that this place is filled with people, and possibly many different races. Their first interaction is cautious. Neither of them fully trusts the other. But something about him feels different now. He's not the same person he was before. There's a new confidence in the way he speaks, in the way he acts. And the girl notices it. At first, she is unsure of him. But as their interaction continues, her attitude slowly begins to change. There's something about him she can't quite explain, something unusual. And deep down, he knows it too. By the end of the first episode, the situation has completely shifted. What started as confusion has turned into clarity. He understands where he is. He understands what he has. And most importantly, he understands what this means. This world is his opportunity to live differently, to become someone else, to build a life that he never could before. As episode 2 begins, we see a clear change in his mindset. He is no longer lost. Now, he is thinking ahead. If he has this kind of power, how far can he go? What can he actually achieve? Instead of wandering aimlessly, He begins to make decisions with purpose. Every action now has intention behind it. He starts testing his ability more seriously, pushing its limits to understand just how powerful it really is. And each time, the result is the same. His skill is not normal. It gives him an overwhelming advantage in this world. Things that would be difficult for others become easy for him. Situations that would normally be dangerous feel manageable, and with every use, his confidence grows. But power alone isn't everything. As he continues interacting with the people of this world, he begins to understand something important. This world has its own rules, its own balance, and while his ability gives him an advantage, how he uses it will define everything. The girl he met earlier continues to play an important role. Her reactions, her behavior, they all show that she is slowly becoming more comfortable around him. What started as suspicion begins to turn into curiosity. And from curiosity into trust, their interactions become more natural, more fluid. And through these moments, we begin to see the foundation of something bigger. Not just survival, but connection. As the episode progresses, the protagonist begins to realize that his new life isn't just about power. It's about what he chooses to do with it. He could dominate this world if he wanted to, but instead, he starts thinking about building something. A place, a life, something stable, something better. By the midpoint of episode 2, his transformation is clear. He is no longer reacting to the world around him. He is shaping it. His decisions begin to influence the people around him, and his presence starts to carry weight. Others begin to notice there's something different about him. Something they can feel, even if they don't fully understand it. As the story moves toward the end of episode 2, everything becomes more grounded. The chaos of the beginning is gone. Now, there is direction, purpose, control. The protagonist takes a moment to reflect on everything that has happened. Just a short time ago, he was living a life with no meaning. Nah. He stands in a world full of possibilities. A world where he has power. A world where he can choose his own path. And this time, he's not going to waste it. The episode ends with a powerful realization. This isn't just a second chance. This is the beginning of something greater. A life where he is no longer limited. A life where he can truly become the person he was never able to be before. And with the power he now holds, there's no telling how far he can go.